Roman Reigns, the guy, the big dog. This is him finally getting an Elite 45. The last one was Elite 38, and you know what the crazy thing about that Elite 38 was? It was basically the same figure as this, except this one has a new head scan, and it also has the WWE Championship that also came with Seth Rollins. You know what? I'm gonna have some controversial statements maybe when I do this review, so stay tuned to your seat. So you know what, I'll be the last or the first to admit, when I saw him packaged doing his classic believe dat pose, I was pretty hyped. I thought it was cool until I rotated it and I saw that it's an open hand. He's not doing a Superman punch. That was such a simple thing to do, Mattel, considering pretty much every Roman Reigns figure we have has an open hand, and yet we don't have a fisted Roman Reigns, kind of like how it's taken so long to give us a Big Show with a fist so he can punch people. Is Roman Reigns the next guy to continue that trend? I don't know why it's so difficult to change the hand. And I do want to note that this is pretty much the same figure as the Elite 38, except on the back, it has that design, and I could be totally wrong. I don't have my Elite 48 on me right now. Maybe someone in the comments can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is like that rubber they're using that feels really kind of crappy and sticky that they've been using recently, and it just screams poor quality. That's what this vest is made out of, and unfortunately, because it's so like fragile and kind of rubbery, it doesn't clasp for me. So I don't want to remove it because I feel like once I take it off, it'll never go on, because right when I took it out of the packaging, it was open, and that's a problem I've been finding with a lot of these figures. Also, why is this not detailed with his pants? That looks really weird, doesn't it? How it's like super detailed, super gritty pants, and then boom, round, smooth. That's a really jarring transition. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of old school Toy Biz figures when they had those balls there instead of something that actually flowed, because that just looks really odd, doesn't it? Maybe that's just on every Elite Roman Reigns and I'm noticing it now, but I think it looks weird. So here's a little Tommy talk for you. Tommy talk. I got the old Elite, and what I did with it was I painted it. I did a custom. I made it like the orangey gold that he wore, and I thought it was like a no-brainer that Mattel should have done that for this figure, because this is so close to what we got with the previous Elite release. It's not much of an upgrade from the previous Roman. This is silver. I think the other one was white, but let's be honest, at that size, silver and white, you can't really tell a difference. And here it is compared with the latest basic. And I think the face has a much better paint application on the basic. So what I'd recommend you do is, if you have the Elite 38 Roman Reigns, just swap the heads. And I'm sure many people will be picking up the Seth Rollins in white, even though I think it's a pretty darn bad release. You'll be getting this belt from it. This Roman Reigns, I just don't really understand what the point of it was, other than to get a Roman Reigns on the shelf. I feel like Mattel could have done a bit more with this. And I'm especially let down because I think that silver is too close to white. And he's had different colors since then. And it's upsetting that they took such a simple route out. And you know, it's weird though too, because this is one of the better figures of the set, but overall, Elite 45 might be a boozer snoozer fest. You know, the select figures I reviewed from Elite 45 really exemplified my new catchphrase, which is, "What the hell, Mattel?" Because there's so many bad choices that they made, like quality control and then just creative design. Like this figure, this Elite Roman Reigns and the Dudleys, both of them, I can pretty much sum up the reviews with, you should just get the basic versions over it, because I don't think it's worth spending the whole money for it. Like this Roman Reigns, the face looks better on the basic, and the rest of the body is pretty much the same as the last Elite. The only real new thing are those designs on the back, the silver color and the belt, which I don't think warrants an extra $20. And Then again, Dudley's, I said, just buy the battle pack. And this isn't just me, which has been really exciting to see, because I always feel like I myself am too critical. I get overcritical, and as time goes on, I feel like I'm becoming like an old man complaining about everything. But it's nice to see that when I explore the wrestling figures forum, I see a lot of people with the same sentiments as me, saying the same things I'm saying. So it makes me a bit happier to know that people are upset, and that it's not just me being a neckbeard living in my mom's basement complaining about everything as I feed off the American tax system, trying to be a NEET and a Kikamore and stuff like that. I do just want to say that this figure isn't terrible. If you don't have a Roman Reigns, it's certainly passable and certainly recommended, because it's not, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. But just what it stands for, I can't really get behind it. There's nothing really wrong with the figure itself. Just the idea behind it's kind of wrong. How there's like no innovation, no upgrade to the previous one. And that Royal Rumble that I fig hacked looked really cool, right? With the gold, we could have totally had that. And then it would have looked very different from all the other Roman Reigns releases. But we got silver, and I don't know, that just leaves me bummed out. And we already got the belt with Seth Rollins, so do we really need 2 belts? I don't really know what to think, other than, what the hell, Mattel? What are you thinking? Because I certainly have no idea. I don't see crazy quality control issues with this figure, I just see creative decisions that they shouldn't have made. What about you? You agree with me? You think I'm off my rocker? Let's get a discussion going in the comments.